Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We take up another verse from Bhramar Geet written by Surdas, who was a 16th century Hindu devotional poet and singer known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. They are written in Braj Bhasha, one of the two literary dialects of Hindi. Some people believe that Surdas was blind from birth, but most of the literary critics do not believe so. His use of color, his narrative of clothes, dresses, dance forms, and so on was not possible if he had been blind. Surdas was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses. The corresponding spiritual movement of the masses first happened in South India in the 7th century and spread to North India in the 14th to 17th centuries. The genesis of Bhramar Geet poems can be traced to Srimad Bhagavad Puran. According to the narration in the Puran, the inhabitants of Braj could not reconcile with the loss of Krishna to Mathura. The depth of their sorrow knew no bounds. Krishna sent Uddhav to Braj where he explained the divinity of Krishna to his parents, Nand and Yashoda. He told them that Krishna was formless, unborn, without a beginning and an end, and omnipresent. He advised them to look for this Krishna rather than the child they had brought up. At this stage, the gopis who had assembled by this time took Uddhav aside and probed him to learn as much as they could about their beloved Krishna. They repeatedly chanted Krishna's name. Meanwhile, a black bee droned into this assembly. The gopis taunted Uddhav through the medium of the bee. These verses are therefore known as Bhramar Geet. In Bhramar Geet, Surdas has included verses describing Uddhav's visit to Braj. Uddhav is conversant with Yoga and Brahma Gyan and is not even distantly conversant with Amar, Prem. When the gopis, still emotionally disturbed, inquire of him about Krishna, Uddhav talks of the formless Brahma and Yoga. This irritates the gopis no end. They angrily compare him with a black bee. Today's verse is very interesting because Surdas has brought in Sri Ram and Sita into the conversation which the gopis are having with Uddhav. हरिसों भलो सो पति सीता को वन वन खोजत फिरे बंधु संग कियो सिंधु बीता को रावण मार्यो लंका जारी मुख देखियो भीता को दूत हाथ उन्हें लिखी न पठायो निगम ज्ञान गीता को. Sita's husband Ram was better than our Hari. Sorry. He wandered forests, looked for associates, tried to find out the whereabouts of Sita who had been abducted. He even went across the ocean. He killed Ravana in a battle. Earlier, Ravana's Lanka was burnt to ashes. That is how Ram looked at the frightened face of Sita. And here is Krishna, who is sending us a letter in writing explaining Jnana to us. He wants us to look for Brahma Jnana, but we want to look for Him. He is our beloved, a man to whom we have surrendered ourselves in full. अब हो कहाँ परेखो कीजई कुब्जा के मीता को. Who would now judge Krishna who has fallen in love with the hunchback woman in Mathura? जैसे चढ़त सबई सुध भूली. He has forgotten everything about our love for him. किन्ही कृपा जोग लिखी पठियो निरखु पत्र री ताको. Look, he has written a letter to us. But how does a person who was stealing butter during his childhood know about love? What is the lesson he can preach to us? This is the twist in the verse. They call him a thief. Makhan chor. गोपियों ने श्री कृष्ण से अच्छा पति तो राम को बताया, जिसने सीता के लिए बहुत तकलीफ उठाई, समुद्र लांघा, लंका जलाई और उस डरी हुई महिला को बाहर निकाला. इस व्यवहार के सामने श्री कृष्ण का व्यवहार अजीब सा लगता है. उसने तो उद्धव जैसे दूत के हाथ ब्रह्म ज्ञान और गीता का ज्ञान लिखकर भिजवाया है, लेकिन इस कुब्जा से दोस्ती करने वाले को विश्वास कौन करेगा? वो तो विश्वासघाती निकला. जैसे शराब पीने वाला शराब के नशे में चूर हो जाता है, उसको होश हवास नहीं रहती, मदिरा का नशा चढ़ने पर वो अपने आप को संभाल भी नहीं पाता, लड़खड़ाता है. उसी प्रकार कुब्जा के प्रेम शराब को पीकर श्री कृष्ण हम सबको भूल गए. अरे सखी, ये तो उन्होंने बड़ी कृपा की है, जो कम से कम एक पत्र तो भेजा जिसे हम पढ़ भी नहीं सकते. उस पत्र में तो हमारा नाम भी नहीं लिखा है. हमारी खोज खबर लेना तो दूर, उल्टा निर्गुण ब्रह्म का संदेश भिजवा रहे हैं. भला जो माखन चोर जीवन भर लोभी और चोर रहा हो, वो प्रेम तत्व को क्या समझे? Bhramar Geet is a fabulous combination of Virha, grief of separation, Gyan and Bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which Gyan takes a back seat. Here the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, Bhakti and Bhakti alone. Surdas primarily delves in Vatsalya, Shringar and Shantarasa. With his burning intelligence and imagination, the poet has painted the childhood of Krishna in luminous colors. His descriptions are beautiful, alive, and psychologically enriching. Surdas's Krishna is an embodiment of love and sweetness. Bhramar Geet is not only one of the most sublime writings on Virha and Shringar, but is also a unique discussion on Sagun and Nirgun. In the conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, we find a witty repartee and penetrating satire. In all the verses, images differ, and every verse has a new image, which shows the versatility of Surdas as a poet. These verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, these are rated high for a poet's craft. Surdas's language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative similes and metaphors. Hazari Prasad Dwivedi, an eminent Hindi critic, writes, सूरदास जब अपने प्रिय विषय का वर्णन शुरू करते हैं तो मानो अलंकार शास्त्र हाथ जोड़कर उनके पीछे दौड़ता है। उपमाओं की बाढ़ आ जाती है, रूपकों की वर्षा होने लगती है। We stop here today. I shall be back with another video tomorrow. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for visiting this site.